Hello everybody, I'm on a Fate Grand Order Moonlight Lostroom anime review. This came out yesterday, I think, and I mean it wasn't great, was it? I can sort of see the appeal. It's like a deeper dive into. I think it's set after, I guess, after the first series of Fate Grand Order, which I'm up to date on. So oops. And it's like before the Lost Belt. I think it's called Lost Belt. I think that's where it's set. If you're confused, this came out on Crunchyroll yesterday. I think it actually was animated. Uh, it was done like a couple of years ago, 2017. I'm going to say. I don't actually remember, but yeah. If you're not well versed in your Fate Go lore and knowledge, this ain't gonna make a hell of a lot of sense. And I know I'm not completely in the dark, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me either. But it was basically a whole lot of exposition. Um, the way I sort of understand it, it's there's a magic room where dead people's memories sort of are, and that's sort of what happened. Sort of. Again, don't know very much. But I will go through it. I've got all the notes in that. I'll try and go through it quite quick because, especially in that middle section, very like here's the backstory of the everything. Just so you know, yeah, very like that. So hopefully I don't spend too long on that. But let's get into it. I'll give my overall thoughts at the end. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all that other good stuff. So as I mentioned previously, it's Christmas. Hooray! You can tell it's Christmas because Mash is wearing a hat, and that is all the evidence you need. Basically, people at this point, the old staff of Coldea are all getting sent off, and they're getting a new start. Basically, they're doing a complete shuffle of the team, which, for some reason, the team, they've done a good job so far, but you'll just replace them all, sure. Uh, Mash is looking for Fujimaru, and she speaks to some people. I don't know who they are. If they're important, probably not. They don't look important. They tell her, hey, he's spotted near the warehouse. There's a lost room there, ghost story, you see dead people. Stuff happens there. Then we go to Olga Marie, who is now a master, fighting with servants. I can't remember all of them, but there was... Ku Alta was there. Who else was there? There was a bunch of them. She had like a full team. Fujimaru and Mash were there too. There's a brief action scene. Gilgamesh and Ishtar did some fighting briefly. There are other people fighting, and it's like, oh, Olga Marie's really cool as a master, but I'm like, wait a minute, she wasn't a master. This isn't the history that I know, damn it. We're on a different world line. What's going on? After all that, she then appears in darkness, and some arms grab her, and it's a bit, I don't know what they're implying. I don't want to think about what they're implying. Let's do that. Then she wakes up at a table where she's talking to Lev and Mash and mysterious number 4. I wonder who that could be. About it seems to be like it's before, it's like a couple of years prior to the start of Fate Go. They're talking about this singularity could be a thing, could be a glitch. They tell her to rest at one point because like, we have no one to replace you now, and I'm like, what about what? Like, maybe it's the fact that I'm not up to, I haven't finished the thing, but there are a lot of things where I'm like, I don't quite get this. Like, they also for some reason they decided not to show Dr. Roman at any point when he's clearly there. Like, even if I'm not up to date, so even if he does die at the end of the first series, I don't quite get it, because Olga Marie's, like, she died at the beginning. Lev died, didn't he, at the middle of it? Like, not quite sure why he's the only one they're not showing. Very strange. And then we get a massive lore dump. She's like, this is my family, here's what we do, Coldeus, here's my dad, 100 years, there's servants, master candidates. These ones are called cryptas, which I believe there's something to do with Lost Belt. Again, I haven't looked too far into it, but I think they're the ones in the opening, and I've seen the opening, so that's the extent of my knowledge. They talk about this Atlas Academy and Paper Moon void space instead of ray shifting. A bunch of stuff. It's very interesting for lore buffs, but I wasn't expecting the massive lore dump that this was. Then Lev talks about pebbles for some reason. I'm going quite quick through this because this part's not too interesting. Well, I mean, it is if you're the Fate wiki manager, so there's that. And then she only wants to prove she's confident. This being Olga Marie, which that's very in line with her character from earlier appearances, Fate Go, and also in the other one, Lord Elmo's Case Files. She's more of that as well. So that's like her character. Levo leaves and we get a flashback to when she and Olga Marie met. And then as he leaves, bloody Fujimaru entered the room. He's here to complain. Honestly, that's a lot of what he does. Which I'm confused. So what was going on before he got there? Because we later learn like he went to the room to put his sheets away or whatever. So what was the Olga Marie stuff? Because she's dead. I don't know. So Fujimaru comes in, sits with her. Mash gets him some tea. Olga Marie says he looks like all glum and he's complaining that he can't do anything, and she says that he sucks. That's a lot of what their relationship is. Like, you suck, and he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, hey, I'm mediocre, but despite all these negative thoughts, I have to bluff and be tough to do something, and got this far. They got this far thanks to Olga Marie, and they're like, you helped us clear all the singularities, and she's like, what day is it? What day is it? And then she realizes something is wrong, and then she leaves after that. And then afterwards, Fujimaru asks, hey, who was that, by the way? Which I don't quite get, because he knows her. Like, this whole Lostroom really confused me, I'm going to be honest. Is it messing with their memories or something? Because I don't know, you know. Yeah, obviously, what I think it is, and this is completely like no idea. It's like a memory of her. Like, the memory of her, I guess, is taken from before she died or whatever. Because when she heard the date, she was like, oh, that didn't happen, you know, I don't remember that. So, I don't know, you know, I really don't know. Maybe some people, some Fate experts can tell me exactly what the hell was going on in this episode very briefly. Because, man, it was lost. We're not quite done, though. There is a little bit more going on. We'll get to it. Another brief fight scene's coming up, so that's good. So then Fujimaru's in a ruined city. I know, there's no transition. He just appears in a ruined city. The Lost Room's broken, man. And there's a dark figure that's wrecking a bunch of servants. Ushiwakamaru was there. I can't remember any of the others off the top of my head, but there were others there. And then this servant, we figure out, is Shielder. It's Mash. It's not Mash. It's... oh, man, Knight of the Round Table. Which one is it? Galahad. It's Galahad. It's him, and he's like, basically says, there's no future because it's literally a white canvas because this is 1 year in the future, it's literally a white canvas, this is because you restored humanity, so history won't continue or something. Basically, it's setting up the second Fate Go series, you know, the Lost Belt, is what I think it is. If I'm completely wrong, feel free to tell me, because this is just what I'm getting from it with my limited knowledge. But yeah, then a voice wakes him up, which I believe was Dr. Roman. I can't remember, but he's not actually there. Like, he's back in the real world now. As he leaves the Lost Room, there's a mysterious lady with a nebula or something in her chest, like, staring at him. Don't know who the hell she is, so I'm going to move on from that. He meets up with Mash outside, and they thank each other a lot. They're like, thank you. No, you thank you, you know. She wants his address, because he's probably going to get sent back with the rest of the crew. So she's like, give me your address so I can say thanks. So I can do New Year with you, basically. And he's like, okay. And he doesn't tell her, though, so he dodged that like a thing. The helicopter arrives with some new staff. They have actual character designs, so I assume they're important. New Year starting, hooray. And then in the post-credits, somebody took some rings from a throne. I don't know what that throne means. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's probably some, like, mage god or something. This is what happens when you go into something. They really should have said somewhere, this is set. You know, it should have been easy to find, like, this is set after Fate Go Series 1, instead of trying to piece it together myself, you know. It would have been helpful. That would have been helpful. But anyway, that was the end of the special, I guess. I have no idea what playlist I'm going to put this in, just heads up. I think I enjoyed it, but again, you have to, like, pay attention, and you need to know things. If this is your first thing of, like, you know what, I've never watched anything Fate, and this Lost Room thing came out, I'm gonna watch that. Don't start with this. I imagine that's like, this might be the worst first impression, because it's not the worst thing they've ever done, but as like a starting point, this might be the worst. Worse than like Last Encore, and Last Encore is pretty bad. But yeah, I think I did enjoy it, but I'm hoping people can like fill me in a little bit better, because this episode, it sort of expected you to know a lot, and I don't know too much. But yeah, I think I did enjoy it. Weird they decided to bring it over for 2 years down the line just for New Year's, I guess. A bit weird, but fine. You know, I'm fine with it. Don't really care. But yeah, I guess we'll just end this here. I can't think of anything else to say. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a bit less informative than normal, but I was kind of lost, if you couldn't tell. Maybe make it more easy to understand. I know Fate has got all its lore, but make it comprehensible is basically what I'm saying. I will see you in whatever video you decide to watch next, whatever that may be. Check out, if you're not watching Babylonia, watch that. That's better than this. I will see you in whatever video you decide to watch, as I said. And bye, guys.